Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 on Snowdrop Tundra, looking for a Snover. Not a Delibird, but a Snover. We are going to start off with 10 apples, which we do need for later on. Not this week, but next week. So we're going to get that for our reward stamp card. We're also going to get 19,885 sneaky snacking. And in today's video, we're going to get into my plan for the Suicune event, at least for the first week. So we'll get into that a little bit later and go over what changes I'm going to make to the team so that I can prepare for the Suicune event. And I'm going to assume that I'm going to get the Snover I need, but we'll just have to wait and see. For now, we are rank Ultra 3, so we're doing pretty good. We should... Well, we'll get into that a little bit later when we get to the sleep report. For now, we're going to grab 100 sleep points. It's going to put us at 4,402. And for our daily lottery, we should pick up something pretty decent. 20 diamonds is very good. I do like 20 diamonds. We can at least afford one of the Suicune bundles. So if we want to get one, at least we can get the small. And let's jump into the sleep report. Let's see how things are going. We should have at least 7 spawns by now. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was like 25 million drowsy power is what we need for 7 spawns. Turns out 8 spawns is way higher. I think you need like 600 or like 60 something million drowsy power. So not as easy, but looks like we're probably going to get the slumbering type, which is what I believe that's what we want for Snover. So yeah. Probably not going to get to 8 spawns this week. If we do, it'll be right on Sunday if we were to continue pushing for ranks, but that's not going to be what we do. We're going to change the plan up and we're not going to try to climb the ranks as far this time around. 34.7 million is what we're going to have for today. And let's see, a top belly Celio, that's funny. With a Togepi, a why not? Come on, show me some Snover. A couple of Snover would be good. There's one. Looks like just one. Okay, so we've got a Spheal, 2 why not, a Snover, a Cubone, a Togepi, and a Celio. Whole lot of seals today on Snowdrop. All right, so let's see. With any luck, this Snover will be hungry. No one's hungry. Okay, well, Snover is the main thing that we're going for. We definitely need it. It is... If we can get a good one, it will save the entire plan. If not, the plan is going to be very difficult. Yeah, let's see. I didn't even think about it. I just went straight into feeding the Snover. With any luck, it won't be full. We have terrible luck. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. At least we can get it next time we see it. We are just going to leave it. That's really unfortunate. That is definitely not conducive to my plan. So, very, very bad. Okay, well, let's move on. Nothing we can do about it. Don't want to use any more biscuits on anything else. Not really anything super exciting. What candy do we send out, actually? Now that I get to the screen, I mean, Spheal is always good, but I'm beginning to wonder if there aren't a bunch of other people in the same boat as me and that Snover candy may actually help them. So Spheal or Snover, I feel, is a pretty good one. Maybe Spheal is slightly better, but I don't know. I'm sure there's an argument for it, but Snover seems like it could be useful too. Although I doubt the one candy that I'm giving to everyone is super impactful. But we did get 2,370 research XP and 2,683 dream shards, which is pretty good. It's not bad. Not bad for how things have gone so far this week, which hasn't been great. But there is no new news. We kind of figured that. But for the community reports, we got 45 of them. Very good. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 that doubled up. Very good. Very nice. 21 out of 45 is very, very good odds. No level ups today, but that's all right. Let's jump into the meat and potatoes of this. Let's grab what we can from everybody. As you can see, Abomasnow is on the team. Way more tomatoes than I had hoped I would get from him. That is not good. A decent amount of oil, not quite what I would like to see, but 12 isn't bad. No skill trigger from our Blastoise, but plenty of milk and cocoa, which is what we want. Skill trigger there. Got some corn and a few tails in there. Go ahead and select that candy. Grab all this. Not bad. Skill trigger, just the one here, but that's okay. That's all we really needed. Just the one is fine. Okay. So let's get into making breakfast, and then we can start to slowly discuss the plan. So we're gonna get the popcorn started. And no, not apples. Not apples. That would be very bad. Throw all that sausage in there. You know what? We've got 4 slots left. Why not? Let's just throw in the 4 tails, and we should be fine. Extra tasty? No, of course not. If ever I throw in tails, it will never be extra tasty. But we did get 22,337, and that does put popcorn at level 47. So very good. Very good indeed. I believe that may put us to Ultra 4, but I forget exactly where the bar was. Was I or was I not paying attention? Oh, no, we had to definitely not make it Ultra 4, I don't think. No. No, we did not. About halfway there, but that's all right. That's good. That's a good spot to be. Okay, so the plan is going to be very odd, but I think it's a solid plan. Let me do this real fast before I get ahead of myself. Let's grab our mission rewards, 388 berries for some small handy candies. Very good. I forgot, Slackoth is the incense that we're gonna get. Okay, so the plan for Suicune. We know that orange berries are going to be guaranteed. And so with that in mind, you might think that I would really try to work on possibly this guy, which he's not bad. This is not a bad Croconaw at all. But let's go ahead and switch on over to a production comparison, because y'all know that's like my favorite part of this website. But let me get it pulled up. For some reason, my mouse did not want to click. Anyway, so let's get this production comparison pulled up. Hopefully I was smart and saved this guy into my box. I did. Good. So we've got this guy. There's also our old Totodile that we had, but I am pretty sure he's not going to help us at all. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to go ahead. Green grass, orange berries. We know for a fact that we're getting orange berries, so I think this is fine. We're looking at 16,181 strength just from berries from this guy. But if I was going to invest in this one and use it, you know what? Let's go to the Pokemon box instead so I can actually do some of this stuff. Let's go to the Pokemon box. Let's go ahead and scroll down and click on this guy here. How far could I take him? What is it? 80 to evolve? Yes, 80 to evolve, but oh yeah, I forgot we can just hold this down now. We don't have to tap. Let's see how far this can go. Level 40. So let's just hypothetically assume that we do this and just invest everything we can. We're looking at 35,000 just from berries alone, which is pretty good. The unfortunate part is that this one does not have berry finding, but so far this has been the best Totodile line that I have found, which again, it is pretty decent, but without it having berry finding, I'm not entirely sure that I want to invest everything I have versus just getting into level 30. That is a huge difference from 26,000 to what was that? 26,000 at level 30 to 35,000. That is a huge difference. That's 9,000 strength, extra strength per day just from that. So I'm thinking about this guy, but I'm really kind of hoping that I don't want to invest in anything yet, but I'm hoping that maybe we get, I mean, if we could get, honestly, you all know where I'm going to go. If we could get dragon berries when we re-roll for desserts, that would be fantastic. I would probably invest as much as I could into getting this thing to level 50. How many, I've got a decent amount of handy candies. I don't know if it's enough, but if we get dragon berries, we're set. Between this guy and, well, actually, Dragonite wouldn't help us for, Dragonite probably would outperform. Let's see. Dragonite would probably outperform. And then our helping bonus and berry finding Swablu. Which one are you? That's berry finding. Helping bonus berry finding. I believe that's the one. Yes, that's the one. Let's double check and make sure that I'm not mixing them up. Let's see. Egg, soybean, apple. Yep, with a careful nature. Yep, that's the one. Okay. So expand all. Without putting anything else into this guy. This one, let's go ahead and bump him up to 33, where he's at now. I keep double clicking and evolve it. Oh, forgot to set favored berries. Yeah. I'm assuming that the level is making all the difference. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like the level is making a huge difference because Dragonite's bringing in less berries, but because of its level, the berries are stronger. And so it's actually beating out the Swablu's strength by just a couple grand per day. So if we did that, we wouldn't have to invest. But if we were to, say, get it to level 40, it would the Altaria to level 40. It would outperform the Dragonite. But why invest if we don't have to? Why not save the resources? So let's go ahead and put this back to 33. It looks like Dragonite could potentially be our berry boy if we get dragon berries as a favorite. And that's really the key crux here. We know for sure Oran berries. The only Oran berry specialist I have is this Croconaw that we could potentially evolve into a Feraligatr. Outside of that, we don't really have anything super worthwhile. I mean, with getting the Oran berry guaranteed, we are going to have our big Blastoise on the team because that's just ridiculous. 84,000. That seems, geez, 46,000 from Coco. Okay, I don't know how that's calculated, but berry strength is only 14,000 per day, which is going to help while we collect more ingredients. It's just obviously not as good as 35,000. So I don't know. And this is the big problem. Since we didn't catch a Totodile, we have to see what we get randomly. For now, though, the one thing we do know for sure that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go take a look at the cooking plan. I'm not super worried about getting to a high rank because the last two legendary events, Raikou and Entei, we got to like Master 15 and maybe even 16 or 17 respectively. So I'm not super worried about it. I do want to push the ranks as much as we can, but I'm not very, very worried. So I don't really know how much I'm that concerned with it. I do just want to push the ranks for my own personal satisfaction. So to that end, we're going to make the Flower Gift Macarons. I'm also going to use a good camp ticket so we don't have to worry about Flareon being on the team for that. And to that end, that's why I have Blastoise on the team right now and Abomasnow on the team right now, trying to stock up as much milk and cocoa and eggs as we can I'm also going to swap in Venusaur, and we're going to probably switch to a much easier meal going forward, just to use up some of these extra ingredients that we don't necessarily need. And I'm going to try to stock up as many of the necessary ingredients as possible. So also to that end, berry specialists may not be the biggest thing. So that's the plan, is to stock up as much as possible. We really need to get a full inventory of ingredients. For now, we'll probably finish out making popcorn. Even though it does use milk, it doesn't use much. And I do have the AAA Squirtle or Wartortle. I forget exactly which one it is, but I'm looking for somebody specific right now. I don't know why I scrolled. I'm pretty sure the one I'm looking for is this guy. No, not that guy. That guy. This is the one I'm looking for to start getting the honey in. So that's kind of where we're at for this week. We're just making what we can. We've got, let's go ahead and pull it up so I can show exactly what I was looking at last night when I was thinking about this. We can go to the spawn count score lookup table under the documents tab, go to Snowdrop Tundra. We can see that we need 65,700,000 basically drowsy power to get 8 spawns. And we're only currently at like 35,000, 35 million, something like that. 40 million. So we're still a long ways away. 250,000 strength away from doing that. And it took us this long to get to 400,000, which means we probably wouldn't hit it till Saturday or Sunday. So I'm not really worried about getting 8 spawns. It would be nice, but I think prepping for next week is more important. So that's why I'm switching up now. It's going to be a rough rest of the week, but we're going to make what we can. Let's go ahead and do lunch real fast, and we'll see. I don't want to make a Lovely Kiss smoothie because that's all of the ingredients that I need for the macarons, except for the apples. So I don't want to make that. The popcorn, I think we can get away with just to clear out some extra stuff that we have. Like I said, it does use milk, but not much. And basically what I'm going to do is just throw in all this extra stuff that we don't really need. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just going to make the base. Just going to make the base form of it. Get some XP on it, because I do, in a very long-term goal, I do want to get all of the recipes to max level. So we'll get something on it, and even 18,500 is not far off of the 22,000 we were getting. So it's really not that big of a deal. So we're going to do that. We're not really terribly worried about pushing ranks. Still kind of want to a little bit with what little bit we can, but ultimately Suicune prep takes precedent. So it's kind of where we're at. I would also like to get that Master 3 incense for a Slackoth, but at the same time, Suicune prep takes precedence, and in order to get Master 3, we'd have to focus on ranks. So I don't think that one's going to happen. We may just have to sacrifice that incense this week. If I can get to Master 3, that's great. But that also means that for Sunday, we're not going to be making big meals. I wanted to swap in like a Raikou or an Entei on the team just to start overstocking some berries. But the problem with that is we really should have been doing that the entire week if we were going to do it. And even then, we would probably do Raikou with Raichu and a couple of other Pokemon, possibly Ampharos or something like that. So I don't know how well that would help. I don't think it would help very much with our current goal of getting ingredients, because ultimately that's what we need. We are not sitting at a great place. We do have a few days left, so I think we can get where we need to be. But for now, we've just got to do what we can do and hope that by the end of the week, we can get to the spot we want to be with our ingredients. I will swap in somebody on Sunday just to start off with some berries. Not sure who I would do that for. Of course, Raichu and Blastoise. I am hoping that with the couple of Totodile incense that we have, that we can get a good Totodile very early on in the where's it at? Come on, where's my incense? They're here somewhere. We have 3 Totodile incense. I had 1 before, bought the 2 bundles, got 2 more. So I am planning to use those very early on. I'm going to use all of these water type incense throughout the week to get the extra mains, but the Totodile ones will come first to get hopefully a good berry specialist. We could also throw in the Quaxwell to hopefully get a couple of charge strength knocked off, plus the berries are going to be pretty good, but we'll have to see what our ingredient bag looks like at the time, because the biggest concern is going to be the eggs. So I need this guy to get a better ratio of eggs to tomatoes and hopefully help us out. That would be very nice. But that is the plan B eggs. Nope, it was a berry, of course. At least it's a favored berry. Skill triggered? Nope, another berry. Not looking good, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go. For now, that is going to be the video. So thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster Illusion, JP White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. For just $5 a month, you can get early access to the daily videos, as well as a bunch of other cool perks. And while you're down there, click that link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night. Hopefully your Suicune prep is going better than mine. And until next time, later, dudes.